Welcome to another edition of Points of Interest, brought to you by the Lebanon Area Chamber of Commerce. My name is Paul Boucher. I'm the President and CEO of the Lebanon Area Chamber of Commerce. And as we do each week, we present you with the activities that are going on during the week, this past week, and we have a special guest. And this week being no different, we have Barbara Parker from the CCBA, who will be talking to us about a special event coming up at their organization pretty soon. But first, the activities are going on during the week. Of course, last week is a very busy week in the Lebanon area. We had Bike Week, and a lot of the bikers don't like to go on the interstate, so they take Route 4 across here. So we had a lot of traffic beginning last Friday and through this coming Sunday. And they like to stop at our information booth and pick up information, and they did so on the way out and on the way in. And then it was Alumni Weekend, and on Saturday we had the Alumni Parade, which drew a lot of people, and we had really a real great number of floats this year from the different classes, and the activities were real good with that. And then on Sunday we had the Skip Matthews race, and that brought a lot of people to downtown. So things have been very busy here in the downtown Lebanon area. And as I mentioned, the bikers, a lot of them stopped at our information booth. We have an information booth here right on the green, which is across from our office and the post office and the library. And we have all kinds of information throughout the entire area, not just Lebanon. We have a service that brings us pamphlets and such. And it's not just for visitors. We have a number of things there that local people, if they're interested in going to Polar Caves or going over to a water park or going to Hampton or Maine or whatever, we have a lot of those pamphlets there. And you're all most welcome to stop by and pick them up. The information booth is open 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday from 1 to 4 p.m., staffed by the Senior Citizens Council, and they'll be glad to talk to you about the different things that they have to offer there. So feel free. And for our members of the Chamber, we give you the opportunity also to put your pamphlets in the information booth. We just ask you to bring them to the Chamber office, and we will bring them over there so we can get them put in a nice, neat manner. So not only for visitors, for residents, and for business members of the Chamber of Commerce. And also we have the summer events are beginning. We have the farmers markets, which have already started. This is on Thursdays, and this coming week we have Scott Forrest Brazilian Jazz and Pop. And they perform during the farmers market. And this year seems a much bigger farmers market with more vendors that are coming in. And so that this week is the fourth week actually. And so a lot of good not only foods but crafts and produce that local farmers have grown. And that is right here on Coburn Park, which is in the center of in downtown Lebanon. We're going to begin the concerts in the park. Those are on Mondays, and the first one for that will be on July 9th. And we have country music, simply acoustic. And what you can do is bring a picnic lunch and enjoy the performances there. Performances start at 7, and you can come anytime and have a picnic. And we'll keep you abreast. They're going to run the concerts through August 27th, every Monday, beginning at 7 p.m. We also have Thursdays in the park, and that is at noontime on Thursdays, and that will begin July 5th. And this is more for the children. And the first one is Mohammed, African Music and Dance. But we have coming up to mime, jugglers, magicians, and marionettes. And that, again, starts July 5th, noon to 1 on the green here. And we'll end that on August 23rd. And so we invite you to come to that, bring a picnic lunch, and sit and enjoy the concerts. We also have Tuesdays in the park. We have something going on almost every day of the week. We have Thursday, July 10th will be the first one, and Creative Movement School of Dance does these. And again, those are noon to 1, and that is on Tuesdays. And then Wednesdays, we have Storytime, and that will begin July 11th through August. And the first one is guest readers from the Lebanon Library we'll be doing. And again, you can bring a picnic lunch and enjoy the readings for the kids. So that is on Wednesdays, and we'll soon also be starting the Front Porch series, which is on Thursdays, and those will begin right after the farmers market on Thursdays. So you'll have music all day. You'll have music from 4 to 7 at the farmers market, and at 7 o'clock will be the Front Porch series, beginning July 5th through August 23rd. And the first one is Blues and Rock with Ron Noyes. And we'll remind you each week of what we're going to have for that particular week once we get into the schedule. Not too far down the road at the St. Gaudens National Historic Site, we have the Summer Concert Series. These run on Sundays, and again, you can bring a picnic lunch, and that will begin July 1st, which is the closest one. And we have Mary Bonghag, soprano, and Matthew O'Dell, piano, and they're going to be doing Americans in Paris, songs by Copland, Debussy, and Gershwin, and that should be very interesting. Those of you who are not familiar with the St. Gaudens Memorial, it's down on Route 12A in Cornish. Simply get off exit 20, head south toward Claremont, and plenty of signage so you can see that. Also there at St. Gaudens, they're doing classes this year, sculpture workshops, and those began June 9th, so they're in process, but they run all the way to October on these particular ones. And for those times, places, and whichever one that you're interested in, I suggest you call 675-2175, extension 106, and they'll give you more information on that. We have this coming Friday, we have Robert Cray Band. That's at the Lebanon Opera House at 7:30 p.m., and that is this coming week. Coming up in September, we've got some big numbers coming up. We have Steve Vai, and he'll be performing Sunday, September 16th at 7:30 p.m., and that's again Lebanon Opera House. We have on the 13th of July, Sweet Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street, and that is being presented by the North Country Community Theaters, their 40th annual performance, and that will be again on 7/13 and on the 21st, and so that's coming up. We also have coming up, and tickets are already on sale, we have the Village People coming to town in September. Tickets went on sale in June, and I would not wait too long to get tickets for that, because that will be a sellout, I'm sure. We also have at Ava Gallery, registration is now open for art classes and workshops throughout the summer, children, teens, and adults, and that will run into the entire summer, and I would suggest you contact them directly to get the particular schedule that's going on for them. We also have coming up in July, we have an open house Sunday, July 15th from 1 to 4 p.m. at Alice Peck Day Hospital. Some of you may know that they're going under extensive renovations right now, and they'd like to show that off. They expect to be done by that time, and then you'll be able to see what's going on there. We also have, coming up in August, and we'll remind you as we go along on these activities, the new Lebanon Middle School. We're going to have a grand opening. That will be on the 25th of August, and that will be at the school. That's located off of Route 4 South out of Lebanon. It's actually 3 Bolton Ave. And they're going to have grand opening activities, flagpole dedication, building tours, and a butterfly release, and that should be very, very nice. That's coming up in August. And so those are some of the activities coming up in the Upper Valley in the next few weeks. And as I say, we'll keep you posted on the events and the dates, time, places to go. So we go to our special guest today, Barbara Parker from the CCBA. Welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me.
So you are the
Membership and Marketing Director.
Membership and Marketing Director, and how did you come to that position?
Oh my goodness. Well, I moved here from New Jersey and was a member at the CCBA's Witherell Center, and I had been doing this in New Jersey, so I've been at the center for about 15 years, going on 15 years, yeah.
Education in this area?
No, actually, I went to Montclair University in New Jersey for communications, and I just, when out of college, it was the job that I had gotten in New Jersey, and I you know, I look at fitness as really, it's a lifestyle. It's not, you know, it's life. You need to be fit and healthy and be active. So I've just, you know, that was my first job, and I really liked it when I came up here, and there was an opportunity at the center. Although it was different because in New Jersey I worked for a profit-making, adult-geared organization, but it's the same type of thing. You're selling and encouraging people to be active and whatnot. So, yeah.
So you have a special event coming up, I
Yes.
understand. And,
Yes.
that is what?
So the Witherell Recreation Center will be open 25 years this July, and the CCB, the original building, the Carter Community Building, is actually celebrating its 95th
Wow.
anniversary. We are doing an event at the Witherell Center on Saturday, July 28th, and some events that are going on during the month of July there as well. But on the 28th, we're doing basically a community event that's open to the public and free. We've arranged to have a railroad train rides for kids that will go through the parking lot and up through down Taylor Street and back,
Oh.
which will be fun, and face painting, and we're hoping to get a bounce house and things like that for the event. So, and celebration at the CCB, we're going to do a cake celebration with the kids, and that will be July 11th, which I believe is a Wednesday, I think, and that's at 1 o'clock. And then things that are going to go on during the month that we'll have posted. It'll be on our website that people can take a look at. That will be some nice introductions to things that we offer at the Witherell Recreation Center.
And tours, you probably do tours?
Absolutely, tours,
of the
which we
building?
do all the time,
Oh,
but
yeah.
yes. And a great place for information is our website, which is joinccba.org, is always a great place to go for any information about upcoming events. We'll also be doing some nice membership promotions during that time for the anniversary. So, yeah.
Excellent. How did the building come into being? Do you know any of the background?
Well, don't quote me on it. But Carl Witherell left money to the Carter Community Building organization, and from that money they built the Witherell Recreation Center, which was geared towards families, adults, and kids. Our youth memberships are extremely affordable, as are all of our memberships are, but we do lots of programming for kids and families, and that was back in the 80s.
Are scholarships available?
Absolutely.
If somebody
Yes, we
needs
do
it?
youth scholarships. Our application is available online. It's a pretty simple application process. It goes through Marie Dumont, our program director, and as long as I've been there, I can't think of anybody that's ever been denied. So we're actually also in the process of starting a fund drive to increase the funds in that under the direction of the board. We're trying to get that fund up to $100,000 so that it can sustain itself. So,
Do you find a different market for you that go to CCBA and the CCB, the old CCB, and younger kids go to one more so than the other, or pretty good mix, do you find?
well, the younger kids definitely go to the CCB. And we have a great mix of kids that come to the Witherell Center, because once kids are in 7th grade, they can actually use the fitness equipment, which is a huge draw. So they can come in and they go through a fitness program that's included with the membership, and learn how to use the weights, the cardio equipment are set up on a safe program, and they can come in and exercise after school, which is, you know, just great. And we also run so many leagues and things for basketball for the youth. So we get those, the kids that are in 5th and 6th grade, which is a change. We split it with the town, how we do youth basketball. So it depends on the programming that's happening. But there's a good mix that go to both buildings. And kids, you know, during the summer will come from the CCB and come down to our buildings, our building, and use our facility as well. So,
I know Jimmy Vania, who was the director of the CCB, is I think they built the building around him. He started going there as a youngster and took over after Pat Walsh. And I'm gonna say this, but Jimmy's gonna be 60 years old here in August, and
Yeah.
as I say, he started as a youngster there and has been there ever since, and the kids really like him, you know, he's very attentive to them.
Absolutely.
And great with the families and friends. You started with the basic building, and you had some additions over there.
We did, yes. We added an annex onto the building, which houses our child activities room and our group fitness studio. And, you know, our programming within the building and within the building that was originally built has changed dramatically in the years that I've been there. Just adding more kids programs, more family things. Personal training has grown. At the Carter Community Building, we did a renovation on that building and added a preschool, which has been there. We're celebrating, I think we're going into our 8th year of the preschool, and we do preschool camps there as well. And our camps over the summer have grown enormously since I'm there.
So there are camps that you run in the summertime?
Oh, yeah. And over vacation camps during the school year. But with the preschool, the beginning of the preschool also, they started preschool camps, which are wonderful. So, yeah.
And then the things I was looking at, the tennis courts were not there originally.
Yeah.
And then you've got the
Canillas Recreation Area, yes, with the pavilion and the field out there is used a lot. Really, it's been a nice addition for families and kids to be able to go out and have lunch and use the play space out there. And our tennis courts are open to the public free of charge, and the outdoor basketball courts.
Oh, that's right, there are basketball
Yes,
courts.
which is
also
very nice. We do run camps and things out there, and actually the Lebanon School District uses the courts for their tennis, their varsity and JV tennis programs. So when those programs are there, they take priority. But overall, the courts are open to the public, so.
And you're open 7 days a week?
We are.
7 days a week, it's a long schedule.
We are, yeah.
And I know a lot of people use, particular groups that use the pavilion
Yes.
for picnics or family gatherings and things like that too. And then, are there gardens also that
Oh, yeah. Yep. We have the gardens out back, which are between our property and where Emerson Place apartments are, but behind Eldridge Field, and we rent garden space. I'm not quite sure. I think there's somewhere around 15 or 20 plots out there for people to use and to garden, and it's booked. It's full, and I believe with a waiting list. Because it's reasonable, and we've got a great group that oversees that, and it's, you know what, it's a great spot to even just walk back and take a look because it's so pretty and well maintained. Yeah.
And you're pretty centrally located. We have the OCCB, your building.
Yeah.
We have the ball field, which is right there, accessible. And then we have the rails to trails that start almost at your building and head out to Canaan and points beyond.
Yes.
So you're pretty centrally located.
So we get a lot of bikers that come in that are either starting from us or coming back into town that have started out somewhere else,
And so pretty popular. And do you see the numbers growing every year, membership? You're the membership person?
We do. You know, it's funny how the dynamics change each year of where families will be more popular or seniors are stronger or whatnot, and it's always an evolution. So, you know, with young families using our child activities room, and as those kids age out and they go to the preschool, and it's interesting to watch watch these kids grow up. I have to say, we just had project graduations at the building.
Oh, that's right,
you know,
too.
for the last week and a half. So it's neat to see kids that are graduating that, you know what, when I started there, they were little kids.
Little kids.
They were little kids. I'm talking 3, 4 years old, and they're graduating high school. So it's fun to see.
With the building of the apartments that we mentioned, Emerson Gardens, number of apartments there, do you find that has increased your
Oh yeah, absolutely.
membership?
And they have a corporate membership with us, so their tenants get a discount on membership, and absolutely. It's just so convenient. They walk, there's actually a walking path on the Canillas Recreation Area out there that connects just almost to the apartment, so they can
There
walk
is a walking path
there
along
is.
the river?
It is, yes.
Yeah, is that one of your programs?
It is,
Okay.
yeah. We did that when we redid the field and everything, and put that recreation area in, so.
So you can walk, it's not too long a walk.
No, it isn't. I think it's less than a quarter of a mile.
but you're able
So-
to walk along the Mascoma River.
Yes,
And,
yes, and there's some nice play structures out there for the kids and families and things, so.
It's
keep
quite an
active.
asset to the community. I show my age, but I knew Cal Witherall. He was a fellow Rotarian and really a business leader here in the community. And actually, he owned the Warner Cable Company.
Yes,
And he left the proceeds of the sale of that company to the CCBA,
yeah.
to build this particular building. And I don't think he knew how much that the cable company was going to bring in.
No.
And so it was, you know, on his part, it was a great, you know, thing for him to do. And he was always, Carl never married, but always had an interest in kids programs and
Yeah.
youth programs. And so we're very fortunate. A lot of cities and towns would love to have a facility like this. So,
I hear that from people that are traveling and come in, they are amazed at the,
the facility.
yeah,
and
absolutely. And
what
I
you
think
have.
we do a good job of keeping it up. I mean, it's 25 years old. I don't think you'd know that walking through the building.
Looks like his first day was
Well,
open.
it's kept up very well,
Yes,
which is
yeah,
nice.
Excellent. And you have I know a very active board that
Yes.
really concerned and dedicated to the
Absolutely.
building.
Yeah.
So we're talking July
Yes,
and activities throughout the month
yes.
and 25th anniversary.
Yeah,
And,
mark your calendar for the 28th. It'll be a fun day there, and keep your eyes open for the other stuff that goes on during the month to celebrate the 25th.
And your website again for
It's
information.
joinccba.org.
Excellent. Well, Barbara, we thank you very much
Thank
for being here
you.
today.
Thanks
We
for
wish you
having me.
success, and it's hard to believe that the building's 25 years old. And, so that is our program for this week. Next week we'll be back with another program and an exciting guest. Until then.